Asamabo. Chief Justice Torkonu no hun sensemi yo. Amanfo wokekansam wala du monyon atele mu atele. Kevin Ekobedu tell na one drop Exp0ses yo. The people involved and no na ya samano. Ma check and some more details. Masrawa so be share video we na oba chira wadwen amam your comment section. Who won't subscribe ya Masrawa so oba subscribe to Trends GH on YouTube, Facebook and TikTok. Bibia Air Trends GH. Chief Justice Torkonu His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was suspended no. Na amafo bened chemu a Chief Justice o ma suspended no mo de omuhu boni bia waye. Ebi susu o de bi bone akoso e Chief Justice Torkonu nakache. Na ensense mo de busa Kevin Taylor wa be drop bombshell. Asem ni na say under Chief Justice Torkonu e na omo ye say Judicial Service ono oye head no. Omo ba award contract. That contract ni na say redesigning of the Judicial Service libraries, any creation of a judges lounge. Na nimpa omo receiving this particular contract no. Anyhow omo receiving this particular contract no. Eno na eya asam no. Na eba no eya conflict of interest eya ade o man Ghana constitution no etia. Now company omo receiving this particular contract no ebusua eye Design 37 Limited. When no more behind this company, omu receive this judicial service. Chief Justice Torkonu or your head no.
Torkonu. Your friend AKA Osono Mame. So many things AC. And then me betchaw idea ba kubi. O my no ye did say, Madam Torkonu nyeshi, Madam Torkonu nyeshi. We a regular Ghanaian like myself. Right? Now Munsha Dibi. Now this company. Your friend company way, and I want you to follow this conversation very well. Very important to me. The bachelor company be. Company way, you register company way 2019. A dinner your friend company, we friend Design 37 Limited. Design 37 Limited. Now OSHA registration number now is CS098 422019. OSHA address a shower house number BAE 2920 near the place 16th Street Bashona. I want a register company no. Now so oko company no mo a company no eyo omodia and our directors of the company. So we share document America we are. You will see this. Mami enlarge na obia hu bi se na be ya enye de se me nko na me hwe. Wo omo directors of the company no. Yo Adam Sarah Amega Torkonu. Ono na director marketing. Sa company na registered in 2019. And ye wo Serum Francis Afi Torkonu. Ono so director and designer. And ye wo Serum Francis Afi Torkonu. Osa ye secretary and designer. Inti company no. The director and the secretary no one person your friend is Serum Francis Afi Torkonu. And the oya marketing director no your friend no Edem Sarah Amega Torkonu. Now, so company na you registered in 2019. Right now, Mamwati ase omo directors of the company. Nipa na mabo mudini nyina you heard it. Sa company way obebuta say edien na omo ye. Sa company way say omo beye edwuma bi ama Ghana. Now, omo je contract every the judicial services war. Contract and say almost say almost by refurbish a judicial services no almost new lounge. Now a dear medical owner make a just say the owner of the company. A Serum. This Serum lady onye. This one is called Serum. Ono na mi bo ni din echire musisiano. So she is the owner of the company. Serum Frances Afi Torkonu. She is the daughter of the suspended Chief Justice. Company now make a lady way dear. Remember, her mother is the Chief Justice. Time we win contract we no none ma a Chief Justice. Now, these are some of the items onya contract no or say or toya or the ebeden or the bedi jumano. Inti sa osha some of the items they be near. Now osha items na. Bidin can remember contract so but I'm going to show you how the whole thing went down. Oto judges reading room or renovate ye. Oto akonya bako 3,000 Ghana cedis. Oto ose desk. Oto ebi 24,000. Ose lounge in kunjani bi 240 million old Ghana. Ena oto nyamani bi 42,000. Ose kunja edbesi lounge wo. Oto desktop computers be 23,000 Ghana, 230 million old Ghana. Inti, these are some of the things that contract or state say obeto edia renovate the judges lounge and also the library, the judicial library. And remember, contract where we win any mame and a chief justice. Now oshe flower pot be or the car ne contract no wa or say obeto edia renovation no oto ebi 1,900 Ghana, titi Ghana 19 million. Oto bibiti say in Kunyabi, and also oto bi 6,500 Ghana, 65 million old Ghana. Oto tables be 32,000. Bibiti say curtains, blinds, oto bi 7,000, that is 70 million old Ghana. Any a whole lot of things or say na obey use edi I change the face of the judiciary, or my library, any their lounge. Now let's go into the wagon. Remember, say contract na a lady way ne maame the chief justice no. Contract na ye demand no a restrictive tendering. And I say because a restrictive tendering na yama obia kwan emanan ambede. Contract am de be kire no. Unya who cost a contract in a sum, total sum. You don't have it. You have no idea. I'm going to show you. But I want you to understand, say, Madam Torkonu ba no ne baba serum we no. Ye man the contract no na a restrictive tendering, meaning ya ma obia ho kwan say on bid for that contract. Technically, your friend no and on nko abaye and ye tam sika man say contract no. So obi weka say onya priority, onya special treatment. Ne ma me na the chief justice and ye the contract we man no restrictive tendering. Into obia na mpre ho ayo no nko a. If you don't know a serum, she is actually connected to David Ajay, the guy na omomano cathedral contract no. It is serum. She worked with David Ajay's company in 2015 as an intern. Enti sa lady we oye Madam Torkonu ba no. David Ajay na omode cathedral design man no. She used to work with David Ajay as an intern, not oye attachment. In less than 4 years, the intern is getting contract worth 5 billion old Ghana. Serum onye. I Torkonu banini. Fe. The dead. Mesa twaso. Ba me chiro bibi. Torkonu nembanie. You see, Serum and Edem, they are directors of the company. Design 7, DN. These are her kids. Now you see it. Ain't it something they know what they are doing. Now, some a chief justice cry. What will make you want to take a contract from the judicial service? What will make you do that? You have not seen anything here too, eh? Boni afenyo mark in mwedi ewo Ghana no. And it's almost sorry no we demonstrate say Madam Torkonu nko. Uni boni mwedi wa Ghana. When I hear people tell Kevin Taylor, do you know the damage people have caused in Ghana? And yet democracy, and consider the people be second your bomb in a trimutu. And yet democracy. Obi pempa daswa obi nyebi. Yatam almost 5 billion ama Torkonu ba. She used to be an intern 4 years ago.
Ahana someone sikasan na ye involved in this contract. Any afi nipa Kevin Ekobedutela why establish say omo no munya this particular contractor enunti Chief Justice Torkonu a conflict of interest on the side no this particular contractor no Kevin Taylor will be dwam ekosi ase
yanko into the contract. Follow the documents very well. Now OSHA document where I was screen this no. Let me enlarge it because it's always good when you can see what I am reading. This is a letter. Design 37 Limited. Enya free judicial services. Now, redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge. In the contract, they say, obe designing a judicial library. Now, was creating a new judges lounge. Intuition letter now. We forward herewith our bid into letter we na eye Madam Torkonu ba etro edekoma eye the judicial secretary say omo bid for this contract say omo be redesigning the judicial library and also omo ba be recreating a new judges lounge. Madam Torkonu or chief justice no ne ba no etro letter say contract bi ono na obetuma ye no or track command Madam Torkonu office say sa contract no wa bid for contract no. We forward herewith our bid for the above tender for your consideration. Having examined the tender documents, the receipt of which is hereby duly acknowledged, we, the undersigned, offer to redesigning of judicial services, libraries, and creation of judges' lounge in conformity with the said tender documents for the sum of grand total for redesigning of judicial services, libraries, and creation of judges' lounge, including 2 years warranty, 456,456 Ghana. Now, Madam Torkonu Babano extra letter. Basically, catch Madam Torkonu office say, omo di omo be da bromo, omo don be da tum say, omo be redesigning the library for the judiciary and also a lounge. Now, Sika almost say omo de ba be sa contract no, 456,000. Tetigana Sika no, 4 billion. And na ode ba be renovate library no, na oma ye some lounge bi ediama judges no. Inti letter way free, Madam Torkonu ba company ba your friend Syrian company ultra letter way ediakwa koma ediakoma the judicial secretary. Do you remember the judicial secretary? She is the lady Madam Torkonu suggested me Kufuado say on Fanenko Supreme Court. That is the lady recently or resigning here as the judicial secretary. Let me show you her picture. Eti Madam Torkonu Bano. She is writing this letter to the judicial secretary or yet the secretary to Nemame. This woman. Eti letter na Torkonu ba Etrono or trakoma Madam Torkonu secretary. Say contract we contract inti munhwemu na monfamaye. Na ni nyina be cost 456,000. Titigana sikano 4.5 billion. This is the woman. Maami we ena Torkonu ba no extra letter na koma no. Sa time no na judicial secretary. This woman. On say recently Madam Torkonu call suspension on so ka say wa resigning. This woman. Syria Pamela Granting. Time and now Madam Torkonu ba extra letter we edia koma judicial services no. Ono na the secretary to the chief justice. Judicial secretary no onye wa resign and say the madam call suspension on so resigning. Into the banishment letter no, the letter was directed to this lady. Say, ya the bid atum, ya pese renovate library no, and library renovate ya pese ya lounge account ni nyina be cost tetigana sika no almost 5 billion. Okay. Let's go back to the letter. Now, Usha letter na. I wasn't done reading the letter. Usha letter ni here. We state amount of money omube here EDIS contract no. Where Madam Torkonu, we are talking about conflict of interest. The reason why some people are making noise here, because Madam Torkonu is not supposed to come back to the Supreme Court. Now, we undertake, if our bid is accepted, to deliver the goods and services in accordance with the delivery schedule specified in the schedule of requirement. Or see, someone a bid way too ma into letter way or throw a comma judicial secretary. Sa time no na oye ne maame secretary. Say mo the bid way maya. You be make sure say ejuma no you be ne pepepe. Oba say wa or say thank you for inviting us to take part in the above mentioned bid. Into judicial secretary no judicial services no and we invite you almost form bid in betum. And omo do bid kotumu. And omo chese bid no dia tumu no for renovation and also the lounge you know is going to cost old Ghana no 5 billion. Where Madam Torkonu the chief justice neba Syrian Torkonu and the bid atum ama ne maame office and DNC ye. Me enko enim. Team stay with me. So uko the correspondence or the letter we come judicial secretary no obviously or definitely the judicial secretary would tell the boss because the judicial secretary cannot take that decision alone. It means she has to go and discuss it with the Chief Justice, because the Chief Justice is the head of the judiciary. And who was the Chief Justice? The Chief Justice then was the lady who was saying, give me the contract, and then the Chief Justice. No. So do you think, say, sa contract, no, Syrian will not get it? Because what your letter come on mame, and what catch me say, mame deal of 4.5 billion old Ghana. Now, Osha, the SCHRA, this is what happened after. Now, so check a document where, let me enlarge it. Now, because you've been because Kevin Taylor or that Ghana for. So on the 17th of October, September, 2024. September, October, November, December, naka 4 months, Emma Yako Twaba. Naka 4 months, Emma Yako Twaba, and Madam Torkonu ba estate a bede for this contract. Naka 4 months, ne Yako Twaba. Now, uridi a year memorandum to Judicial Service. Letter in the Procurement Authority. Judicial Service no for day. Sa letter de coma Procurement, Director of Procurement. And technically, Judicial Service for sa bid no and de coma Procurement. That means omashe obane bid him Chief Justice ne ba bid no and for de coma Director of Procurement. Inti for de call Procurement Authority. Now, a Procurement Authority extra buy. Almost J bid no document no no muhuye. This is the response from the Procurement Authority. Memorandum. Recommendation for award of contract, redesigning of the Judicial Services Libraries, and creation of the Judges Lounge. 17 September 2024. Again, procurement. Your Ladyship, we refer to the Public Procurement Authority approval for the use of restricted tendering method for the redesigning of the Judicial Services Libraries and creation of Judges Lounge. The Procurement Authority say, oh, Madam Ladyship, letter at Chief Justice. So, Madam Chief Justice, in fact, ya approve. Company ya idea Madam Torkonu ba edia. September 17th, 2024. And a procurement to Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary say they have approved the contract. Now, the Procurement Department has completed the process. Messiah Design 37 Limited has been recommended by the panel for consideration for contract award in a sum of 456,456 Ghana, including taxes. Respectfully, find attached evaluation report and the award of contract letter for consideration. When the signing here, Austin Evans Kanyoke. It letter the buyer no bid in the beka na ma mensa no. And for the procurement and a procurement on the 17th of September, 4 months to election, approve almost 5 billion old Ghana cedis contract. Edema, Madam Torkonu ba. Okay, what happened next? The managing director on the same 17th now, don't get this wrong. I'm sure there. On say, she letter away. Letter na free procurement wo buy na omo approve letter no on the 17th September no. The same day. Another letter came through now here. So on the 17th of September 2024, and a procurement for the letter by say contract ya hwehwem ya di amano. Madam Torkonu ba ya di amano. That's cool. Now here. On the same day, the 17th of September, the same 17th of September 2024, something happened. I'm sure there. Let me move it up so that be able to know. There is a letter. The managing director, Design 37 Limited. Award of contract, redesigning of the Judicial Services Libraries and creation of the Judges Lounge. The Judicial Secretary to Madam Torkonu actually wrote a letter the same day to Madam Torkonu Bano, telling her, say, yenya response a free procurement. Today, they are writing the letter to Madam Torkonu Bano. What did they write in the Judicial Service? Letter Omochro Koma Torkonu. Procurement approval on the 17th of September. The same 17th of September, Madam Torkonu Jinaso MHR letter command Bano. Letter away free Judicial Services. PDWKS 3524. Dear Omochro no letter. Let's read what they wrote in the letter. This is to notify you that your quotation dated 5th September 2024 for the redesigning of the Judicial Services Libraries and the creation of the judges lounge has been accepted. Almost say, oh, all bid now the buy on the 5th of September. Remember, Madam Torkonu Basiram, the company now your friend, Design 37 Limited, no, bid, no, the command Judicial Services, ne mami head on the 5th of September. On the 17th of September, and Procurement approve the same 17th of September, and Judicial Services, led by Madam Torkonu through her secretary, wrote to Madam Torkonu's daughter, say, your letter you submitted on the 5th, the bid, it has been approved. It will read here, this is to notify you that your quotation dated 5th September 2024 for the redesigning of Judicial Services, libraries, and creation of the Judges Lounge has been accepted. Consequently, you are requested to carry out the redesigning works based on the attached priced bill of quantities and scope of works. 2. This letter is coming from Madam Torkonu's office to Neba Company that you have been given 5 billion, almost 5 billion contracts. September 17th, aka 4 months near Tuaba. Now, second point, this is what it says. This is technology. The total contract price is 460,456 Ghana cedis, including taxes. Into almost 30 the contract sum, total sum, almost 4.6 billion old Ghana cedis. Yeah, Madam Torkonu ba. Nema me such letter man say your contract na tun. Point 3. You are to proceed with the necessary action for the execution of the contract within 4 weeks in accordance with the specifications agreed upon. Payment will be made after satisfactory completion and certification of work done. Okay, point 3 now. Almost say a year payment no obubetia after Madam Torkonu ba no aye contract na wie. Point 3 no almost say specifications omo dia man no sikana eye almost 5 billion no oye contract ni nyina wie ometam sikana ma no. So there's also another twist there. Did she complete the job? Has she completed the job? Has she been paid? Was she paid after the job, or she was paid after the job? Because we want to know, was she paid after the job was done, or she was paid before the job was done? Because point 3, as stated, you are to proceed with the necessary actions for the execution of the contract within 4 weeks in accordance with the specification agreed upon. Payments will be made after satisfactory completion and certification works done. Indeed, they wanted to make sure certifications and completion and everything is done before payment is done. The question is, was all these things done before payment was done? Now, Yanko point 4. By a copy of this letter, the manager, Law Court Complex, and the director, Estates, are to provide the needed assistance for the execution of the works. Please ensure that the works are executed within the agreed scope and reports on same following completion of works. In terms of culture, no, making sure say you not the 4 weeks are 1 month. What the 1 month yes, renovation, a redesigning of the libraries. So just redesign the libraries. Table way see where the coffee table see a books way fakoshaha. Na redesign the lounge 4.6 billion old Ghana. Redesigning and you're building a new library. You see, redesign the library and a lounge. Baby, I judge for me to din normal kind book be obi anye dede ebi omo pe coffee kakra no manom. And no na almost 5 billion a redesign. Now point 5. Please note that a revised work plan for the execution of the project is to be submitted to the undersigned through the director estate before commencement of work. So Ushanipa or signing sa letter we are Justice Sarah Pamela C.A. Quarantine, Judicial Secretary to the Chief Justice. Then I am Madam Torkonu. This woman used to be the former girlfriend of Ekufuado. She used to date Ekufuado. The former Judicial Secretary, Pamela. he used to date Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado. Then former girlfriend. And the judicial services or a judicial secretary to Madam Torkonu. Madam Torkonu office Ankasa letter command the base contract the amount almost 5 billion fano. This is what happened. In less than a month, you catch and say, Onya Jumani Nine until in some fruit onya bibia. In less than a month, she's back demanding for money. Now, Uridia, she actually wrote a serum, the company of friend Design37 Limited. They actually wrote the judicial secretary to be sent to her mother, Sadieng, and this was received on the 25th of October. Remember, the last letter, Omode endorse and I say Omoje contract is 17th September. This letter from a serum to her mother, the Chief Justice, through the judicial secretary, it was received on the 25th of October. Request for payment for redesign of the judicial service libraries and judges lounge. I hope this letter finds you well. I am humbly writing on behalf of Design37 to formally request for the payment of 456,456 Ghana for the redesign of Judicial Services Library, Law Court Complex Libraries, and the Judges Lounge, which has been approved. So now, Akorano, on your contract, no. But in less than a month, Wababak say, you approve the contract, pay me the money. Or instructing the mame through the secretary that my contract has been approved by my mother through the procurement, and it came back to my mother, and my mother told me that it has been approved. Now I am back. Pay me the money. The project has been planned to meet all required guidelines and budget. We are confident that with the timely disbursement of funds, we will be able to complete. Listen. Letter away free. Madam Torkonu Banho, Serum Company, no. In the letter, your trophy judicial secretary office, Nema Metroman say, this contract needs to be completed in 4 weeks before you are paid. Now, Akurane catch Nema say, through the judicial secretary say, the project has been planned to meet all required guidelines and budget. We are confident that with the timely disbursement of funds, we will be able to complete the outlined objectives. Or see, contract today and Saka, by a catch them say, Send ye no Mokayano, said Jumadia way, you bet my contract 20 minutes in the Naswa. I was a Sikana ba. Says Sikana ma, and ya dear, you bet to me, I ye a Juma way, it was ye. Meaning, they are asking for the money. Are they going to pay her? Her mother is the Chief Justice, Torkonu. Are they going to pay Torkonu's daughter the money? They are people who did jobs for the government, road contractors for 8 years. They were not paid. Some died. Madam Torkonu's daughter put a bid in less than 2 weeks. It's been approved. Or say, pay me the money now so that I can do the job. What shall letter command me through the judicial secretary? Now, please let us know if there are any additional documents or information required to expedite the process. Thank you for your attention and support. We look forward to your favorable response and to the continued collaboration on this important initiative. Yours sincerely, K.A. Ketali Abdullah, Secretary, Administrator, Design37 Limited. So Torkonu ba etumi letter command ma me se be per contract. Na ne maame afo de procurement. Na procurement for aba say ajatum. Na ne maame aka je say approve. Na ne bana sa aka che de maame say yiska. Hey Ghana. This is the Chief Justice I'm talking about too. Madam Torkonu. Obi to say adentina ye tata Torkonu. Udim the Torkonu aye. Yanko, what happened next? Okache ne maame office say she needs them to pay them no. E wana or issue invoice. Serum, the company no, they issued an invoice of 456,456 Ghana 98 pesos. Ghana's Ghana almost 5 billion or issue invoice. Invoice and so Design37 Limited. TIN number C002520517X. Supply interior design to Judicial Services. Date 29th November 2024. Now, how many weeks near Twaba? 29th of November 2024. Now, you issue invoice. Now, how many weeks? Now, how many days? Now, to about 7th December. A week or two to elections. Now, Madam Torkonu issue invoice of almost 5 billion old Ghana. You sit there and tell me this woman has to come back to our court and sit there and do what? Now, does it end there? No. I'm sure I did me. So, my show, the invoice from Madam Torkonu company. No? This was when the director procurement. In fact, this was when the procurement office, director procurement, actual letter, Ekoma Chief Justice, say, ne ban company no, the 5th of November, into read letter where this letter, it was from the director procurement to a judicial secretary. And what's the subject? Request for funds, redesigning of judicial services, libraries, and judges lounge. Now, had here date near 5th of November 2024. 5th. Your ladyship, reference is made to the award of contract letter number PDWKS 3524 dated 17 September 2024 for the redesign of the judicial services, libraries, and creation of the judge lounge. Following the issuance of the award of contract to Mezar Design 7 Limited, the company has requested into him when they sent the letter. You see, when they wrote the letter, timer, my menembano company no actual letter no. Amucho letter no command judicial services and copy the procurement. Into amucho command judicial services no say siano ye win contract no sikasam no judicial services forward day procurement say sikasam ne and a procurement ebetro ediama ebetro on the 5th of November edema Chief Justice say following the issuance of the award of contract to Mezar Design 37 Limited, the company has requested per the attached letter that they will require early disbursement to proceed with the works. In the time, Nebano actual letter come Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary no say omu demand early money. Again, what the Procurement Authority time and chronological letter come on Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary say omu hiye sika no. They also forwarded the letter to Procurement. Now Procurement responded to Chief Justice no. I say over the 3rd paragraph, I say, in the circumstances, we wish to seek approval for the release of an amount of 456,456 Ghana, including taxes, to enable the company proceed with the works. It's in a mandatory letter. Madam Torkonu actual letter come Judicial Secretary. Almost I catch up mama say they need the money, but the contract states say was somewhere there. They insisted they needed the money. And Madam Torkonu forwarded letter to come up Procurement. And a Procurement say, oh, money some here can there and then yajatum momo muska. Almost 5 billion into almost treaty Bibia as an emergency. It was an urgent deal. It was so urgent that Procurement wrote back quickly to the Judicial Secretary through to the Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary to tell Nkorane say, oh, the Mokanayate, you bet Chesika this is here. And Nkorane ma Judicial Secretary no pressure. Judicial Secretary through the Chief Justice no ma Procurement pressure. Procurement say ate madam, ya this can be my woman no. Into letter no say, in the circumstances, we wish to seek approval for the release of an amount of 46,000. Into Judicial Secretary for no letter no come Procurement. Procurement actually letter come Judicial Secretary say right now they are also seeking for that money for the man. From what I am reading here, no, Madam Torkonu should not go scot-free like that. And it's in an MPP for a day. They know lots and lots. Hey, when Bonnie have in your market with do you know the damage these people have caused? All that they are doing is to protect their crimes. Now say NDC about government 5 months grand year. Udim the ABC. Do you know what is coming? Finally. The government of Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia Kennedy, they gave the money to the kids. These are the documents. We will publish everything. Mr. P, Mr. S. If you want to watermark them, watermark them. If you don't want to watermark, just whatever you guys want to do, put it out there. We share journalist in Kwasi Afube Ghana said Paul Adomotri who fin drug infested fool. I'm a bit radio so TV so dadamo. gonorrhea Paul adomochre. Na sankwasiafo we na muti omo Ghana. Read this for yourself. Design 37 420 Drive Street North Ridge. Blah 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 blah. Project name: redesign of Judicial Service Library, Law Complex Libraries, and redesign of Judges Lounge. Document: payment receipt. Government of Ghana paid the money. And this is the receipt I showed you. Wait a minute, maybe mess up back. But I want you to see. You see, the government of Ghana paid. They paid the money to the kids. It will read the document in the latter part of document in here. Documents paid receipt for the interior design of interior finishing and furnishing of the Judicial Services Libraries and Judges Lounge. Date issued. When was the payment made? 29th of November 2024. Received: the Judicial Services of Ghana Finance Department. Amount: 434,291 Ghana 53 pesos. Date received: 29th of November 2024. For payment of the redesign of the Judicial Service Libraries, Law Complex Libraries, and Judges Lounge. They paid the money to them. Madam Torkonu Mbano Eje almost 5 billion old Ghana, 29th of November 2024. Naka how many days me atwaba? 7. Paul is he's paid by the government. Why not this idea we betro? Paul I don't much about betro idea we. Oye Jimmy for they are lying to you people. They are using you people to build their lives. Omo say mumu do mo Jimmy. Mo Ghana for no. You can't correct them. And it's not the be me say. There was a document we back we eye entrono onkofa mbra. Say me boa. Nobody can speak in Ghana. Nobody. Chief Justice Torkonu cannot speak on this. And do you know what I have? Do you know what is coming? So me say the MPP should never come close to power for the next 42 years. I know what I am telling you. In baby to me catch them say for some reason and you be on air. So there will be war in Ghana. Yeah, and to see. Some people will murder some people in Ghana. There will be war, there will be anger. The youth will rise up against some people in Ghana. But we keep those things because we want to protect the democracy of this nation. That is why sometimes ayana yakasa ni ejina. Why? Because we are looking at the young people on the streets. Akwara yenya wono obi oba time bi onyem. If you give the NPP opportunity again, you are done. Bawumia, Kennedy, Japan. We review. They are thieves. They are criminals. They don't care. Don't underestimate the NPP. JJ Rollins catch them. These are the groom criminals.
Kevin Exp0ses expose when or the abetuja about conflict of interest. Ono the old chem say akoso ewo Chief Justice Torkonu na side ono ankasa na oye head of Judicial Service contractor or modema or no Chief Justice Torkonu ne ba that company no eye ne dia na che say wa award the contract to ono ankasa ne mba eho and a conflict of interest no ebusuan ewo Kevin Exp0ses watch payment so any procurement authority or most no nsem mo betu dwa any the company involved in ebusuan watch nsemu akọ details masrawa so we share video we no be share wadwen amam your comment section for one subscribe here masrawa so we subscribe to Trends GH on YouTube, Facebook and TikTok bibia Trends GH makra.